get handcuffed to Jackson Mahomes?
Oh, no. That Super Bowl can goddamn wait.
So at this point, I don't think you need to be some sort of marketing mastermind to understand what Tyreek Hill's agenda has been over this past offseason. I mean, we've made video after video about him hyping up Tua and kind of throwing his old team, the Kansas City Chiefs, under the bus. But I think in this instance, he did something that was actually pretty funny and honestly deserves some recognition. So before we get to the content, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. We're doing a lot of giveaways on my Twitter account, so make sure you're followed over there with notifications on. Now that we get all that out of the way, break! Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? So the last time we really had any significant Tyreek Hill news, it was when Tyreek Hill pretty much claimed that Tua Tagovailoa was the more accurate passer or the more accurate quarterback between himself and Patrick Mahomes.
As far as accuracy wise, I'm going with Tua all day.
So which one would you rather have? The deep ball where you got to scramble around the field to try to go find it? Or do you want that accuracy to hit you right in the bread basket on the run?
I want it to hit me right in the bread basket, just like I did in the Buffalo Bills game and take it 70. And the rest is history.
And again, this is not a shot at anybody.
Right.
It's just stuff that had to be said.
It needed to be said.
It needed to be said.
At the time, people really took that headline and ran away with it, but the one response that I think I loved the most was Patrick Mahomes called a spade when he said this.
I haven't talked to him since the podcast that came out, but I mean, I talked to him in Formula One in Miami in May, and everything seemed fine. So he's trying to show that he loves where he's at in Miami. He loves his teammates. I'm sure it had something to do with trying to get his podcast some stuff and get it rolling.
And since then, things have been relatively quiet. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do think Tyreek Hill has put a lot of unnecessary pressure on Tua, even at some point saying that Tua knows that this is his final opportunity to carve out a spot for himself in this league, because if he doesn't succeed with the weapons around him, he probably will be out of the league, which I'm not saying that isn't true, but come on, is that really the type of pressure you want to put on your starting QB or your brand new quarterback? Despite that, I'm really excited for Tua. I'm excited for the Miami Dolphins. They have a really good team with a really good head coach and very good weapons and had a great offseason. But that doesn't mean Tyreek Hill is done trying to get his podcast some stuff, because the most recent thing we're hearing from the Tyreek Hill camp is the fact that he actually claimed that the Kansas City Chiefs threw him to the side like he was trash. So this is an article from Outkick, and it begins by talking about Tyreek Hill's new role with the Miami Dolphins before it goes into a direct quote that, honestly, I'm not even the most diehard Chiefs fan. I am a bit of a Mahomes fan, but I still think this is just a very strange way to go about your business. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen The Last Dance, but Michael Jordan does this thing where he tries to create a narrative in his head where if someone does something wrong to him, he'll just create this unnecessary animosity towards them and try to get that person back.
Clyde was a threat. You know, I'm not saying he wasn't a threat, but me being compared to him, I took offense to that.
And I feel like that's what Tyreek Hill's doing here, saying the thing that really motivates me is my kids and my family first. But I see a lot of guys who get paid and they're just not hungry no more. But I feel like everything happens for a reason, dog. Looking at my situation back in Kansas City, I had a great situation, a great quarterback, a great head coach, great teammates, great everything. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. There's nothing wrong with saying that, because at the end of the day, my assumption was that the reason why Tyreek Hill is no longer a Kansas City Chief is because the Jacksonville Jaguars essentially reset the wide receiver market by signing Christian Kirk to a crazy contract before Devontae Adams absolutely obliterated the wide receiver market and got traded to the Las Vegas Raiders and got that crazy 5-year, $170 million contract. And at that point, it obviously got to a point where the Kansas City Chiefs couldn't afford Tyreek Hill's services anymore. I mean, hell, you could even hear it from Tyreek Hill himself from his intro interview with the Miami Dolphins.
It's tough, man, but somebody comes to you with a lot of money, it changes.
But look at what he says here. A lot of guys, when they get paid, they stop wanting to get better. And I feel like when the Kansas City Chiefs traded me, I kind of took that personal. So now what really motivates me is, like, I feel like they basically just threw me to the side, like I was trash or something. Bro, This is the one thing that kind of drives me a little crazy, because before all of this, the Kansas City Chiefs were renegotiating a contract extension with Tyreek Hill. What completely messed everything up is the fact that the Chiefs have like no cap space whatsoever after signing Patrick Mahomes to one of the best deals that I think I've ever seen in regards to Patrick Mahomes' talent compared to what he's getting paid. I mean, currently as it stands, with every single quarterback getting paid, I think Patrick Mahomes is the 5th highest paid QB in the entire NFL after signing that 10-year, $450 million contract a few years ago. So obviously the Chiefs need to be a little bit intelligent with how they allocate their budget. And obviously, I'm not saying that Tyreek Hill doesn't have more good years in him, but it sounds more intelligent to trade Tyreek Hill for multiple draft picks and try to address other aspects of your team and not having to pay those players gigantic contracts than to make Tyreek Hill the highest paid wide receiver into his 30s. Not to say that Tyreek Hill can't be good in his 30s, but that just sounds like the better business decision. I don't think it was necessarily they threw him to the side. I think it was more, it just made sense for the Chiefs to get the return on investment that they did in the Tyreek Hill trade and for Tyreek Hill to become the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL while getting to live in Miami and not needing to pay state income tax in Miami either. But that's not the only thing that Tyreek Hill did, because the reason why we're making this video is there's this viral clip that I missed, and we're still playing catch up here. The Brian Robinson video is coming, but there's this viral clip that I missed during my week off, and we had to make sure that we addressed it. So Tyreek Hill is currently on the podcast circuit. He is obviously trying to establish a niche for himself in new media, and he went on Jake Paul's podcast and was asked this question.
Like Tua stayed consistent, and he held the offense together. And as a player, man, that's all you can ask for.
I have a question. Would you get handcuffed to Jackson Mahomes for...
Oh, no way, no way.
Wait, you didn't even let me finish my sentence.
You said they're handcuffed to Jackson
For
Mahomes.
24 hours to win another Super Bowl.
I ain't even gonna count to y'all. That Super Bowl can goddamn wait. I gotta wait.
What about this? Would you stay handcuffed to him for lifetime supply of Wendy's?
I won't only like Wendy's no more.
I'm just gonna be honest, I think it's so funny that Tyreek Hill could finally say what he thinks about Jackson Mahomes now that he's no longer a member of the Kansas City Chiefs, because a part of me always wondered what NFL players' relationships or Kansas City Chiefs players' relationships with Jackson Mahomes was as a result of, you know, him being Patrick Mahomes' brother. I mean, if you're a member of the Kansas City Chiefs and you're seeing Jackson Mahomes dancing on Sean Taylor's memorial, obviously you're kind of conflicted there. I mean, on one hand, here is the star QB's brother doing stupid thing after stupid thing after stupid thing, but at the same freaking time, it's the star QB's brother. You can't necessarily speak your mind about it. I mean, you can't even say anything to Patrick Mahomes about it. So I just thought it was really funny that we finally got to see Patrick Mahomes, a star wide receiver or ex-star wide receiver, say that about Jackson Mahomes, that he would literally not want another Super Bowl if it meant having to be handcuffed to Jackson Mahomes for 24 hours. And honestly, I think this is the most relatable Tyreek Hill has been ever since he left the Kansas City Chiefs. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I just thought this was a funny video that we should make for you guys. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.